Hi, my name is Michelle, and I'm one of the co-founders of easyReportPRO. I'm also the SLP that is responsible for most of the content that's on the platform. Thank you so much for trying us out. I'm here to give you a very quick tutorial on how to use the platform so you can start saving time right away when you write reports. When you first log in, you'll be brought to this main dashboard. And here, we're going to launch the interactive guide. After clicking that guide, you'll be prompted to create a new report. So let's do it. We're going to create a new report, and we're going to add in the first name and preferred gender that we want auto-populated throughout all of the information, all of our text with our report. So I'll just click Michelle, female. For this training, we're going to use a very basic report outline that contains the platform's different resource features. However, after this tutorial, please check out all the different report outlines that we've already created. They are far more robust and contain those essential sections of diagnostic reports. You can always create your own report outline in the Manage Outline section of the platform if you don't see one we already have that meets your needs. When you first see the guided tour outline, there's going to be a list of resources. Some resources are standalone, such as paragraphs. Some are checklists. Others are recommendations. You're also going to see some resources that have this little E next to it. That means extra. This is text that's automatically generated based upon information that's entered. As an example of this is going to be sources of information and scored assessment summary, which I'll show you at the end. The blue check marks mean information for a particular resource is already added. So you can see before we even start entering in testing data, some of our report is already completed. As an example, you can see the end of the report statement. My name is already right in there. You'll also see information where we need to add some stuff in. So we're going to click the Add Edit button and start populating our report. So the first thing that we have is a checklist. You can see we have different selections that we can choose from. You can choose whichever one fits the report and click Update. Keep in mind, any text that you see can be customized. But for this purpose, we're just going to use what we have available in the easyReportPRO library. The next section that we need to fill out is an assessment. So I'm going to click that Add Edit button, and you'll see this table where we need to fill out standard scores, scaled scores, and percentiles. Obviously, once you do an assessment, you'll put in the actual results that you obtained. But for this purpose, and because we want to be quick, I'm just going to use this auto-fill score feature. You can see information is automatically populated, and I'm going to click Update. The last section that we have to do is recommendations. But before that, I'm going to very quickly show you how you can add and then delete a resource from your outline. So if you have something you want to use in your report, you can easily add new resource to report. You can choose from your own personal library or the public easyReportPRO library. For this case, I'm just going to leave it on easyReportPRO. I'm going to select from the drop-down box, and I'm going to click a resource that I want. So I'm going to click the GFTA Goldman Fristo with descriptive checklists. I'm also going to select where I want it in my report. So I'm going to put it right after that cell 5. And as soon as I click Add New Resource, you can see that that resource is automatically in my report. If I wanted to add information, I would click Add Information and carry on. But in this case, I'm just going to add it and I'm going to delete it. So to delete it, I just click this delete button. I'm going to be sent to a confirmation page. Yes, I want to delete this section. And now when I go back to my outline, that resource is not there anymore. It's not in my outline and it will not show up in the report. Last but not least are recommendations. There are two ways that you can access recommendations. The first is through a manual search. So if you have a particular area of need in mind, you can select it and then select Find Recommendations, and you'll see a whole list of recommendations. You just select the ones that you want, and they'll be added into your report. I'm just going to click Cancel here. The second way is to use a recommendation group. You can create or combine different recommendations in our resource dashboard, and then add all of those recommendations in at once so you don't have to go searching for them. You can easily add a recommendation group by selecting the name of the group and click Use Group. So say here, I want the recommendations for expressive language. I selected it. I'm going to click Use Group. You can see I have a little statement here. And then all of those recommendations that I predetermined are automatically populated into my report. I'm going to click Report, and we'll just see them. We'll see them in the report in a moment. So now we have all of our information in, and we're ready to generate the report. You can view individual sections of the report by clicking the View button right next to any particular resource, and that entire resource will come up. You can also generate the text for the entire report based on the information that you've entered. So here I go. I view the entire report, and you can see that all of that information that I selected is beautifully laid out in this report. This scored assessment summary pulls together the findings from those standardized tests and puts them in a paragraph format. It is a great error-free summary, and it's super helpful, especially when we do more comprehensive evaluations. To do this, I can copy this entire text. I can open up my favorite word processing system and paste it in. And you can see here, this is just like any other text or document that we would use. I can come in, I can add in any of my identifying information, make any changes, or add in any of those expert touches. So that's it. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. If you would like a more in-depth and detailed training, please sign up for our free trainings. Our support team is always here and always ready to help. Thank you again so much, and happy reporting.